So if you're looking at getting a Tesla, I would kind of recommend you look at some of the older models like this one, because there are a few perks that you will not be able to get on the newer Tesla. So for instance, the main thing, well, the first thing I would say is got to be the sunroof. You know, the newer ones is, you know, it's all glass, of course. It looks nice on the outside and the inside. But if you're like me and you always had a sunroof, I just have to have, like, it's just nice to be able to have it. Plus, it goes back, you know, all the way back to that middle piece. So you got a lot of room for that sunroof to open up. It opens up wider than, you know, like a normal car. To me, all the cars I've been, they always have like small roofs for some reason, but this has been by far the largest one. The next thing I would say is definitely the front space. So pop that open. The newer ones, of course, they all have the little front space, but this is like by far the biggest, largest amount of space that I have seen. I can put a whole box in there, whole PS5 box. Slides all the way back, well, almost all the way back. You got a little bit sticking out here, but it's just so much deeper. You can fit more groceries in there, more basketballs, more golf equipment, whatever you plan on doing. If you don't want to use your trunk, or if it's already filled up, you have more space with these. You know, it's just like I've gotten in here before, you know, with no problem. Plenty of space for the front. So that's the second thing I was thinking. The next thing that I've noticed, well, by owning one of the older models, you know, you would want the stuff that the newer models get, as far as games and things like that. Well, that's a plus for this, because you can have a upgrade, of course, optional, to the MCU 2 unit, which is this whole device here. So I have already upgraded from the MCU 1 to the MCU 2. So you're going to get things like LTE with the MCU 2. Of course, you get that with the MCU 1, but the processor in it is way faster. You have arcade mode now, so you know you got way more games. Skylo, this is my favorite game up here. Sonic, Sudoku, Beach Buggy Racing, Cuphead, all these games, and as they throw out more updates, they'll probably be adding more games. You also have tracks, so you can make beats in the car. Then you got theater mode, Netflix, Hulu. You know, you have all these things that doesn't come with the MCU 1 if you get an older model, but you have the option to upgrade it. And this whole thing costs $1,500. It was this, and this display here is way more crisp. You can't even see the pixels in this thing like you can on the MCU 1s. So this is a whole nother option that you can get, and it makes the car feel like a newer car, just because this is, you know, the whole brain of the car, and you upgrading everything. So that was a huge plus for me. Next thing I would say is, with these older Teslas, you get the built-in data and streaming. So you get all of these top stations, today's hits, classics, 80s, country, 80s, 90s, today, rap, chill, like everything. You can click on this, and they have all these different genres. Weekly rock countdown, you got comedy, you got like CNN, news, hip-hop, R&B, rock, metal, alternative, country, like any category you can think of. All the stuff comes with these cars, with this years between like 2012 and 2014. They've all came with them, all the ones that I've seen. And I know with the newer ones, you can still get this stuff, but you gotta pay like $10 a month or something. I'd rather just come with it. Like, I don't want to pay an extra whatever, you know what I mean? So definitely a plus that I've noticed. I didn't even know this. I thought they all was just free for all of them, and that's not the case. They're like $9.99 a month. But I've had this car for several months now and never paid a dime. It's never asked me at all. Spotify, if you want this, you would of course you get free Spotify, but this is for premium, so you would have to pay for that if you want that. But the streaming, all of this stuff is free. You don't pay anything for that, FYI. And to me, last but not least, comes the charging. So with every model from 2012 up to 2017, I believe, you get free supercharger. I mean, this is obviously going to be the main one for most people. You know, as I went the other day, zero all the time. It's all the time zero. You don't matter if you stay there for 10 minutes or if you stay there for an hour. You don't have to pay anything for these. These are grandfathered in. Also, I know sometimes people will buy a used one, and then I've seen some questions where asking if they transfer. If you get a used one from Tesla themselves, I don't think it does. It's been kind of wishy-washy with that. But I bought this particular car from a used car dealer type of place. You know what I mean? Not Tesla. It was just a used car place, and happened to have one, and everything transferred right over with zero issues. So once they logged out of the app, I logged in. You know, I created a login, and all the information from the car pops up. It recognized that I have free supercharging for life. Like, it tells you all this stuff in the in your options in the app itself. So this transferred with no problem. So it definitely does. You just got to ask and make sure, if you are buying one, that you get all of that stuff. So yeah, man. So the gas and all of these prices makes no difference to me, you know. So you can either charge at home, or you can go to supercharging places and not pay a dime. So no matter what, this is always says zero. It never changes. So this is just miles, some things that you might want to look at before you buy a brand new one. So and also this is a 2014. The warranty on this car like just went away like 2 months ago or something like that. And this particular battery was replaced under warranty. So even if you get an older one, a lot of times at some point within that 8 years, the battery would have probably been replaced. So obviously you got to ask the dealer and all that stuff, whoever's selling it to you. But yeah, so I mean, you're good for another long while, you know. So definitely a keeper. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep it as long as possible until I get another one, you know. And I may just have this as a second car. But anyway, if you got any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comments below. See you guys on the next one. Peace.